is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Now we go from to find a solution for us. We go from sorry inside to ready to grab up, to get to the buck. I want the money, the cash, the food in the bag, the currency stacking each up. We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things we've been lacking, my bruh. So what are we lacking? I can point it out, so much that's around, better settle down. No one doing that, but they send the hound by me in that.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. He takes this near to 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be let out by their second-year quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can reach a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go in that direction because right now they got a defense back on their heels.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught at the end. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Oh, nice move. And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Throwing, Prescott, able to hit his target, Lamb.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going for it with Sanders. I think he went backward. He did. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point. As opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
To the air goes Daniels. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboys defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through to pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now a 1st carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Javon Kinlaw busting through, and he sticks it behind the line. Seven, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. Screen play set up for Williams. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Pickens on the slant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
Now Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's got it. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Prescott on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Looking to put a drive together. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can bring a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's second and 3. Here's Daniels. And he's in. Touchdown Commanders. Jaden Daniels, 31 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Gay is on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. No chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There's just no place to go. We're trying to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. He'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Prescott to throw it. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 7 brings up
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him out to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he is caught by Lamb. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Prescott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Aubrey now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Our coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Daniels. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes this one to Pickens. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And
it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Prescott off play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Play action now. Prescott. And he checks this one down to Williams. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To the air again, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. A gain of 22.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Washington offense going back to work. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking to put a drive together. Daniels looking to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second down and a little more than a yard here. To the air goes Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again. We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now Daniels. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd down, goal to go. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Zach Ertz from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. Touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And after to the field goal last time. We'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Able to hit his target land.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll go right back to Lamb. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And a strong run there as they'll take this all the way down to the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey. This to swell the lead to 6.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Washington down by 6, a little under a minute to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Finding Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
First down, Washington.
final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Pass complete, Samuel. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.